Hello, welcome back to Mrs. Hewitt's Spelling at Home. We have our KS2 Word Study session today. Today's root morpheme is this, sist. This is from the Latin sistere, meaning to take a stand or be firm. So think about that, taking a stand. You know what that means, don't you? Like holding your own. So we have got sist. Nice lot of kind of similar words for you to build today. Similar endings, basically forming the nouns and adjectives, really. And then we have also got, and all your verb endings up there, lots of different prefixes, and it's the prefixes today that I want you to really think about. So when you're building your words, before you get to my explanation, when I show you the word sums, I want you to be thinking about what all those prefixes mean, if you can, and how that contributes to what you know about what the whole word means, because that's how we build the words, isn't it? We think about, okay, I know sist means this, so if, we've got different prefixes there, they must relate to something to do with taking a stand. So you have a go at that before we get to the word sums, okay? See if you can describe it to somebody in your house or somebody sitting near you at home, okay? Right, I'm going to put this up to the screen, so you need to get ready to pause the video. Okay, let's have a look at those word sums. So hopefully you've had a little discussion now about the words that you have built and what they might mean and how the prefixes and the suffixes contribute to the meaning of that word as a whole. So I've started right at the top there with the AS, the assist, and we've got assist, all the verbs, so assist, assisting, assisted, assists, and assistant. And assistants as well. So we have, if you are an assistant, you help somebody, don't you? And if you assist somebody, you help them as well. So the AS here, the AS, hopefully you would have thought what that prefix actually is, an assimilation of a prefix that we use for lots of other things. It's the ad, the AD, meaning to, so or towards. So instead of the AD, because we wouldn't have adsist, it's quite hard to say, the D assimilates and we have that double S there. So we've got assist and assisting. So again, if you're thinking it's going towards, it's that feeling of going towards you as you're taking a stand and helping you do that, okay? So you're actually participating, going towards somebody to help them. We've got resist, resistance, and resisted. And then I've added on here, we've got irresistible. So the re here can mean again. It can also mean against, or kind of that going back, that feeling of sort of going one way then the other way. So in this sense, it is the sense of being against, because if you resist something, it means that you kind of don't want to do it. You're actually not taking the stand. It's a bit like the opposite, really, I suppose. So we've got resistance. So you're resisting doing it. You're trying to hold back. You don't want to join in. Resistance, resisted, and then irresistible. So the ear here is from the not. So we've got not, against, resisting, if that makes sense. So you have got you've got irresistible. If it was resistible, it means you don't want it. If it's irresistible, it means you can't resist it. So therefore you are going to join in and do it. So so the irresistible is like a bit like a double negative there. But that's where that phrase comes from. Something is irresistible, it means you literally can't go against it, you can't stop it. So we've got that one. We've got insistent. So if you insist on something, you're very thoroughly into it, basically. You're making sure it happens. So if you are insistent, it's like, I'm not going to take no for an answer. So again, this in here coming from in, the sense of being into. Taking a stand still. So again, still that kind of form of like a strong belief. Consisting. Con is one of our regular ones, isn't it? Meaning with. So consisting. This cake consists of flour and eggs and sugar. So it's what is within the mixture. Okay, so it's almost like the substance that is in there. It consists. So it's what is within that. If it was a group, if it's talking about kind of being firm, you could talk about guess the people that are with you doing that. Okay, so what a group consists of, or what your beliefs consist of, what makes up the kind of beliefs. And then if you're consistent, it means that it's the same all the time. Okay, so and if you're inconsistent, so you see I've got inconsistent, you have got not regular, so not always doing the same thing, not taking stand all the time. I should say we've got assist ant, because that is a person that is doing it, and we have got insistent and inconsistent and persistent, because they are adjectives that are describing somebody. So we've got the ent there, so that's a different thing. Okay. Right, we have got, where are we? Inconsistent. We've got persistent. Persistent, it goes on and on and on, it doesn't stop, it's always going on. The noise is persistent in my ear. Per, meaning thoroughly, okay, or for everyone. So we have got per, so it's thoroughly, it's always there, okay, it's persistent, doesn't stop. And then we've also got subsist, and you can have subsistence, and that's sub meaning from underneath. So that is kind of like the foundation. So it subsists, it's built under it. Okay, so it's got good foundations underneath it. So I've gone through quite a lot of those words. I haven't done these bits, which I did want to talk to you about, but I haven't managed to fit them on. So if we had consistently, obviously you just got the ENT and the LY. If we had ibly, you would drop that E because, and the L there, so you just have IB, LY, a bit like the ably and the able and the ibble. But if you put the ly on the end, you do need to make sure that you take that L and the E off, so you get your irresistibly, okay, ibly at the end, okay. And the same with here, with our NCs, we drop that there for inconsistency, we would drop that. And if we had inconsistencies, the Y would go to an IES, because we can't have YS. That doesn't happen, does it? We have IES, so that would change. We'd have inconsistent, or we'd have consistency, and then we'd have inconsistencies. We would have IES. I should have written that one down. I didn't see it when I was doing my grid. Just thought of it then. But maybe you got it, and if you did, hope you applied that spelling rule. So there we go. They are all our sist words, all quite similar really, and quite easy to spell. The words on your Key Stage 2 list that you need to be able to spell before you leave school are assistant. So you must have a go at spelling that. And I would recommend that you try to spell consistent or inconsistent as well, because they are words that you might well use. So you've got assistant and inconsistent, and if you do persistent as well, that's quite a good word to use in your writing. If you want to do irresistible, that would be a lovely word for you to use. And we've got an ibble there, not an able. Okay, so irresistible. You can break that down, can't you, to do your spelling. So have a good go at spelling some of those words and putting them into sentences. Loads and loads of interesting words again, and I will be back tomorrow for some more Mrs. Hewer's Spelling at Home. Bye.